In the intricate web of human relationships, lies sometimes sneak in, weaving a complex trap. Today, we'll unravel the secrets of recognizing a liar. Our interactions with others are often colored by truth and deception. Spotting a liar is more than a party trick or a skill utilized by law enforcement. It's a vital tool in navigating our daily lives, from business transactions to personal relationships. This video will serve as a guide, shining a light on the 5 key signs that could indicate someone might not be telling the truth. These signs range from inconsistent body language, contradictory statements, overcomplicated stories, emotional disconnection, to a defensive attitude. Each of these signs will be dissected, understood, and explained in the following scenes, providing you with a comprehensive understanding of how to spot a liar. So buckle up for this journey of discovery. Stay with us as we delve into the first telltale sign of a liar. First on our list is inconsistent body language, a powerful, often overlooked tool in detecting deceit. Picture someone who's telling you a story, but their body language doesn't quite match their words. They might avoid eye contact, fidget excessively, or display nervous tics. These are all signs of incongruent body language, a common indicator that something's amiss. Now, why does this happen? It's all rooted in psychology. When we lie, our brain is essentially juggling 2 realities, the truth and the fabrication. This mental gymnastics often seeps into our physical behavior, creating these inconsistencies. It's as if our bodies are trying to wave a red flag, signaling that the words we're saying might not be entirely true. Understanding these nonverbal cues can be a game changer in spotting deception. So keep an eye out for these subtle signs. Now that we've unraveled the nonverbal cues, let's move on to the second clue. Next up is contradictory statements, a classic sign of a fibber. You see, when someone is fabricating a story, they're creating a fictional narrative on the spot, which can lead to inconsistencies over time. It's like trying to juggle too many balls at once. Eventually one is bound to drop. So, how can you spot these inconsistencies? The key is to pay attention to the details. If someone tells you they were at a movie last night but later mentioned they were home alone, that's a red flag. Or if they claim to hate seafood but rave about the delicious shrimp they had last week, something's fishy. These contradictions might seem small, but they're crucial indicators of dishonesty. Remember, the devil's in the details. It's not about catching every lie, but understanding the patterns that reveal a person's true intentions. With this knowledge, you're one step closer to becoming a human lie detector. But there's more. Third on our list is overcomplicated stories, a liar's attempt to cover their tracks. Liars, in their bid to seem credible, often spin intricate tales that are far more complex than necessary. Why? Well, it's a diversion tactic. By drowning you in details, they hope to distract you from the inconsistencies in their story. Here's a tip. Focus on the core of the story, not the embellishments around it. A straightforward tale usually signifies honesty. On the other hand, a narrative that twists and turns like a labyrinth full of unnecessary subplots and characters often hides a lie. Moreover, liars tend to change or amplify their stories each time they tell them, adding more and more layers of complexity. It's like adding more and more patches to cover a tear, but each patch only makes the tear more noticeable. Now, let's venture into the subtler signs of deception. Fourth on our list is emotional disconnection, when the heart doesn't match the words. This intriguing phenomenon is often a telltale sign of dishonesty. You see, when we tell the truth, our emotions naturally align with our narratives. However, when someone is fabricating a story, this emotional coherence can falter. Liars often struggle to emotionally connect with the tales they spin. This can result in a lack of genuine emotion when you'd expect to see it. Imagine someone recounting a tragic event without a hint of sadness in their voice or on their face. Conversely, you might notice exaggerated displays of emotion, as if the person is trying too hard to convince you of their sincerity. They may laugh too loudly at their own jokes or appear overly upset about a minor inconvenience. These inconsistencies can provide valuable clues in our quest to spot a liar. With this, we move on to our final sign. Last but not least, we have a defensive attitude, a liar's shield. Now, everyone can get defensive from time to time, but when it comes to liars, this can often be their go-to tactic. They use defensiveness as a smokescreen, a way to distract and deflect from the lie they're trying to sell. Picture this. You ask a simple, straightforward question, And instead of a clear answer, you're met with hostility, evasion, or a counter question. It's like trying to catch a slippery fish with your bare hands. The truth is easy to hold on to, but lies, they wriggle and squirm just like that fish. So when someone becomes overly defensive, it's worth asking yourself why. Are they simply protecting their ego, or are they trying to hide something more sinister? Remember, the truth doesn't need a defense team. There you have it, the 5 key signs to spot a liar. Now, armed with these 5 signs, you're ready to navigate the labyrinth of lies. You've learned to spot inconsistent body language where actions don't match words. You've learned to listen for contradictory statements that don't add up. You've discovered how overcomplicated stories can be a smokescreen for deceit. You've understood that emotional disconnection, where feelings don't align with the narrative, can be a red flag. And finally, you've seen how a defensive attitude can often be a telltale sign of a liar. But remember, these signs are not foolproof. They're tools to help you better understand and interpret human behavior. They're not meant to breed suspicion or distrust. Recognizing liars is more about understanding, empathy, and discernment. It's about seeking truth in a world where dishonesty can sometimes prevail. Remember, recognizing liars is more about understanding human behavior than being suspicious. Use this knowledge wisely and you'll find truth even in the most deceitful places.